What does forgiveness feel like in your body? Where do you feel it and what does it feel like? Not describe what forgiveness is, not talk about forgiveness as a concept, but what does it feel like in your body? I bring this up because often in life we can forget about the body, whether we're taught to forget about the body or because we don't feel safe in our body or we don't know how to consider our body. And we've become very good at intellectualizing things, talking about things, naming things, having great dialogues about things as concepts. But when it comes to feeling, doing, embodying, some of us are not great at it, or we need a little refresher or a reminder that we live in these bodies and they're part of the equation and we get to feel in them. For some of us, that can be kind of scary. Maybe we've experienced trauma and the body doesn't feel safe, or maybe we felt shame about our body. We learned to feel shame about our body. Maybe we're very sensitive and we feel very intensely and we don't know what to do with that. It's overwhelming. Or we spent years escaping through this, that, or the other thing, alcohol, drugs, whatever. And it's like getting to know a whole new part of ourselves when we get rid of the escapism and feel. So what does forgiveness feel like to you? In the body. Not just in the mind, but in the body. This is the juiciness of it. In our society, we really admire and praise people for the intellect, and we don't always praise people for their ability to feel. But feeling is part of life. It's a beautiful part of life, actually. And yes, it can be overwhelming, but it's part of life here, and it really should be admired as well. Feeling in the body is important. It helps guide us. It helps show us the way. Our intuition can come from our body. We feel, and through feeling, we can know what's good for us, what's bad for us, what's right for us, what will help us, where we're at in our healing process, what joy is. Joy isn't just like a word in the dictionary. It's something to feel. Sadness, happiness, sorrow, grief, forgiveness. We can feel it all. But some of us get stuck in the head and get really comfortable talking about things, but not necessarily living it, feeling it, experiencing it. And that's why I ask, because there's juiciness in this feeling anything, and also feeling forgiveness. And I talked in my last video about how forgiveness can heal the mind, the body, the soul, or it can help to heal the mind, the body, and the soul. It can be medicine. But is it medicine if it just stays in the head as a concept, as something we talk about? Or it'd be nice to be someone who forgives, or I really appreciate people who forgive, or forgiveness means this. But is that the same thing as actually embodying it and living it and forgiving it? Forgiving someone, rather. Forgiving yourself. It was only in 2019, not too long ago, where I actually learned how to forgive. I had not really done that before. And I did it, as I mentioned in my last video, out of necessity. My body was screaming for assistance. And I believed at the time that forgiveness was something that my body needed. And so I tried it, and it offered a new sense of freedom, and freedom needs to be shared. I felt the physical benefits of forgiveness immediately. And now I continue to. There's a warmth. This is how I feel it. There's a warmth, there's a light, there's an openness, there's a softness, but it's also grounded and strong. And it's almost like, and you can tell me if you feel the same way, maybe you feel differently. We don't all have to feel the same way. It's almost like when I bring forgiveness into the body, it replaces the bitterness and resentment and tension that I was feeling. It's like it swoops in and expels the bitterness, the tension, the lump. And that's the juiciness, that's the freedom. At least that's one aspect of it. To give ourselves that kind of relief when they say forgiveness is for you, not necessarily for the person you're forgiving, though it can be for them too. This is one reason, this is one way that's true, at least to me, is you feel a lightness almost immediately. For me, it was immediate. It's probably different for other people or different people, but I don't know. It feels immediate. It's a relief. So when we choose to forgive, I feel that in the head, but when I actually forgive, it comes down into the body where I feel the relief. Maybe it's somewhere different for you. For me, it's often in this area. And so an example that I was thinking of is like, say you got rear-ended by someone who was on their cell phone and no one was injured, but you had to get your car fixed. And you're mad. You're allowed to be mad. It's valid to be mad. It's annoying. Why was that guy texting? Now he made your whole life harder. You're allowed to be mad. And let's say like several months pass, your car is fixed, it's in the past, and you're still raging out about it, pissed, talking about it, thinking about it, feeling tension and bitterness and resentment. You're allowed to. You're allowed to do whatever you want, right? But then you decide, okay, it's time to forgive. I mean, I'd like to forgive. I want to be someone who forgives. It'd be cool to be someone who forgives. To me, that's in the head. And then when I decide to do it, it moves down in the body. And it's a feeling of, you know what? I've texted while driving before. I'm glad I didn't cause an accident, but I've done it. I can understand that. We all make mistakes. Glad he's okay. Glad I'm okay. I feel an openness when I actually embody it, not just think about it and not just hold on to it. I feel an openness. I feel a warmth. I feel a light. And then I release from my body that tension, that rage, that anger, that bitterness towards someone over an event from the past. It's a freedom. It's a physical freedom. It's a mental freedom. It's important. It's important to remember the body. We live in the body. You are not your body, but you live in your body. And so many of us have spent years trying our best to ignore it, to pretend we don't live in it, to numb it, to silence it. And it's okay. But through these moments, these choices, we can get to know our body, no matter how old we are, and begin to understand it and offer ourselves freedom, healing, relationship with the body. Use it to our advantage. While we're here in this body on earth, use it to our advantage and help it to help us while we're here. So what does forgiveness feel like to you? Not just talking about it or thinking about it, but feeling it. One thing I have found through forgiveness is that it really is like riding a bike, where once you know how, you're pretty golden. It doesn't mean it always comes so easily, but you always remember. You remember that feeling. And it is a feeling. Because like riding a bike, you can talk about it all day. You can read a book about it. You can listen to lectures about it, but you have to eventually get on the bike to learn how to ride a bike. You have to eventually forgive to learn how to forgive and to reap the reward, the benefits of forgiveness, that physical feeling. And once I felt it, I was like, wow, okay, this is pretty nice. This is pretty nice. I might even do this again. And it I would say it's easier in a sense because you've taken that shape energetically of someone who forgives before, so it's not completely foreign. But it can take practice. It can take maneuvering a bit to understand what it feels like, because it's not just in the mind. It's in the body too. And we get to feel the goodness in the body from that decision, because it is a decision, it's an action, it's a choice. And you can do it or not. You can do it when you're ready or not. We all can. We all have that choice. But I do ask, what does it feel like to you? Because that can open a new level of understanding or layer of understanding to really solidify it in your being. And then open the door to relationship with your body, understanding your body, supporting it, helping it, and listening to it. So you're in, as a team to move through life more smoothly and more freely. So what does forgiveness feel like to you?